Sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Washington Commanders and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in wondering what on earth is going on here as they sit in last place at 0-7.
And it's really difficult to report to work every day with that type of a losing streak looming over you. How do you break out of it? And you're looking at each other to try and figure it out.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, right? And it's kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. On play action, they'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Touchdown. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
38 yards on the scamper there. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. They're going to look to throw. This is Anderson over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, ETN once more. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Looking for his running back. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
11 MT, 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's the 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Back to throw again. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. How you get?
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now ETN to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
11.
ETN once more. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there, that brings up 4th. Patterson's kick is good. They will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 points there, and CD helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any point you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take it.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Washington offense back out there. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Another toe for ETN. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping in behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. Ready? 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
11 empty, 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick throw, finding Dulcich. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Straight ahead, ETN. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brent, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. ETN bringing in another one. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. 11.
Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there complete to Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action with Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Burrow going to throw again. That is caught at the 7.
Here we go.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 3rd touchdown now.
Plays under review.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee.